The Florida Keys is world famous for inshore fishing, but there's one fish that so many anglers go down to target inshore.
That's a giant. That's a freaking giant. That's a giant. That's a giant.
To true Florida fishermen and anglers, catching a trophy inshore mutton snapper is one of the biggest goals you can accomplish. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how we do that. We're going to have some heartbreaking losses, but we're going to absolutely slay on artificial.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to day 2 in the Florida Keys. It's actually day 3. We fished for like 2 hours the first day, caught absolutely nothing worth filming. Just so you know how some of these trips go. Yesterday we had an absolutely epic lights out bite on some awesome yellowjack between 4 and 8 pounds. There might have even been one that was close to 9, but we stopped weighing them. We caught so many, and that video is linked in the description. That was basically part 1 of a 2-part series. I did a catch, clean, and cook, so definitely check that out if you missed it. But today we're going to try to do something a little bit different and target a different species. I think we might end the night with that yellowjack bite and literally just keep every single one we get. I don't normally play for keeps, but we kept 5 yesterday. Alexis, Bruna, and I ate all of them. We housed them. It was so good. I was blown away. I hadn't had yellowjack in so long. So now that we know you can keep like 100 pounds, I'll triple check it, but I believe it's a lot. We're gonna get a bunch for friends and family back home later. But in the meantime, we're gonna go to one of the most prolific spots in the Florida Keys. That is the Bahia Honda Bridge, and we're gonna drift the flats and the channels on the west side. So a lot of what I do in the Keys is just dependent on waves and wind and current and things that are just contention points. Today's video is once again going to be a little bit more instructive. I'm trying to help people dial in bites in the Keys. I get so many messages about the Keys, surprisingly, and I do come here 4 or 5 times a year, and I do tend to do pretty well here, not in a conceited way. So if I could help somebody else, you know, a family traveling down that only gets 2, 3 days, 4 days a week to fish every year in the Keys, that's my goal. So I'm going to try to get you guys on a good drift bite, and I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing and what I'm looking for. I can tell you right away that I'm going to the Bahia Honda today because of the orientation of the bridge compared to the wind. We have a very strong east wind and a little bit of a southeast wind, so that the way where the Bahia Honda sits, it's on the way to the lower Keys. That southeast wind is going to be coming this way, and it's going to be pushing into the structure. So the west side of that bridge should theoretically be calm, but we'll see when we get there. I'm super excited about today's video. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe. We're gonna get some ice in this cooler for later, and then we're gonna go do the dang thing and get some lines in the water. Let's do this. All right, y'all, so we just got to our first spot, the famous Bahia Honda Bridge, and as usual, the weather was incorrect. So it was supposed to be an east wind, but it looks like it's still a north-northeast wind, and so that's kind of changed how I'm gonna fish. Ironically, it gives me a better drift. I'm able to drift parallel with the bridge, which I think is the best way to present a jig because you're cutting across the current, right? The current's going this way, I'm cutting 90 degrees because the wind is stronger than the current. But we're drifting relatively quickly. We're drifting at 1.5 to 2 miles per hour. So I have to match my gear to how... Oh my God, she's on a giant. She's on a giant. First drift, baby. That's how you start an A-Ben's fishing video. What does it feel like?
We weren't even marking it.
Oh no!
Popped.
That was a mutton, dude. That thing was shaking its head. That was a big mutton.
For sure. We didn't mark it either.
Muttons are very hard to mark. That's another thing. For those of you that rely on sonar, if you're drifting, another big tip I want to...
There's a school right here, I guess.
This is small. Okay, never mind. It's not small at all.
I got ate twice.
Okay. No, no. That's how you start an A-Ben's fishing.
Oh, it popped off.
You popped off again?
Maybe
mine is small. Mine is small,
maybe
but
my hook is messed up.
Maybe not though. It's getting heavier as I get up in the current. You're gonna need to move your rod, babe. I'm about to get you, babe. Oh, he saw your line and he left. Whatever it is, it feels
What
like.
is that? Oh, it's a buoy. No, I got that buoy.
No, you. Anyways. Yeah, the sonar is not your best friend when you're drifting because these fish are moving and you're moving at the same time. So what are the chances that you're going to be able to mark these on sonar? Oh my God, it is a little mutton. No way. That actually is not little. That might be a keeper on our first drift, guys. Let's see here. They have to be 18. We're going to call this one 16 or 17. I really don't know. Based on the fact that Bruna just lost 2 fish and I caught a 17, 16-inch mutton instantly, I think we're on a good drift. I'm going to get this back quickly. But I want to go back to the talking points that I was trying to give you guys because not a lot of people drift fish the Keys in boats. You see a lot of kayakers. You see a lot of kayakers do it. But the way that you... Giant.
I just
Giant.
let it go down.
Dude, today might be the most insane keys fishing day I've ever had. This is crazy, dude. So,
Oh!
it's another mutton.
It's a little one.
We're gonna get a keeper today. We're gonna get multiple keepers. My favorite fish inshore. So that might be a keeper, babe. That's a keeper for sure. Oh my God, first drift and a keeper mutton. It's chaos, guys, but that mutton is half an inch short, but it's a great indicator that we're doing the right thing, and I think we're gonna get on them pretty thick. I mean, for your first drift to catch 2 just shy muttons, she lost what I think was a big one. So back to what I've been trying to say for the past 5 minutes, it feels like, is don't rely on your sonar. You'll mark some fish, but don't let it be an indicator as to whether they're here or not, because again, you're moving, they're moving, your sonar is just scanning down. Just trust the process. The purpose of the drift is to cover ground. Cover, 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 cover. You are the sonar. Your line and your lure are the sonar. Let it find the fish for you. Trust the process. It can be very difficult to get to the bottom. But you know what? I'm not liking where we are. We just had a big depth change. And I'm actually going to send another drift back because that was such a good drift. So let's do it.
A lot of people ask how I find these drift lines, and I use the Saltstrong Smart Spots Contour Lines feature. So this right here that I'm showing you, this is the Contour Lines feature.
Oh,
Had a grunt. It felt like a little tap, and then it just started.
I didn't have a grunt. I just got whacked.
Oh, that's a nice fish on the mark. I think.
That's a big fish. That's a big fish. It's a big mutton snapper or something. Might be a red grouper. It's definitely no grunt.
What is that?
Whatever that was got scared of what I have. I told you that wasn't a grunt that hit me. Look at those marks. Get on the net, babe. This feels pretty heavy. This has to be a mutton. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. It is a mutton. It's a keeper mutton. It's a keeper mutton. Wait. Get her. Hey!
Hello.
Keeper mutton!
Okay. Good job.
Inshore in the Florida Keys drifting. I am so hyped right now.
All right, recording.
Oh!
She's on a giant. She's on a giant. Keep recording. That's a giant. That's a giant, right?
Oh, it's heavy. It's fighting like crazy.
Yeah, dude. The mutton. We found the mutton.
Mutton. God, this little thing is fighting.
Keeper mutton. It's a keeper mutton. Bring it this side. Sorry,
You
bro.
guys jumping.
Oh my gosh, someone just fell.
Got it.
What?
Oh my God! Doubled up on the keeper muttons, dude, on the squid tracks.
Oh my God! I think that's the biggest one I've caught. I think.
Guys, we've got a 20.5-inch mutton and an 18.5-inch mutton doubled up on the squid tracks. This is why you drift the Florida Keys. We've got so much meat here. Just such an awesome time. I get to share this moment with my wife. Mutton are my favorite inshore species to catch, along with snook, giant jack, and striped bass, and they just throw down so hard. They're not considered an inshore species. They're considered a reef fish. They're considered an offshore fish that you get, you know, in up to 200 feet of water sometimes, but we're catching them in 15 feet. So we're gonna get these out and we're gonna throw them in the cooler, but this right here is what it's all about, dude. This is a Florida Keys moment that I will never forget. Oh my gosh, let's get some big ones.
Epic.
That's a big fish. That's a big fish, guys. This is a giant fish, guys. I genuinely have no clue what this could be, but if it's a mutton, it's the mutton. If this is a mutton, it's the mutton. This thing is giant, guys. No! 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 I just lost it. How did I lose that? That was a 30-inch mutton. Guarantee it. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
look, I did have something. Like I have scales on my hook.
This one's smaller. Of course, the smaller ones stay pinned. Maybe not.
Oh! Aaron, what did you have? Did you get eaten by a shark?
Unless I got snagged.
Uh-oh, do you want me to
I got Goliath or shark.
Oh, you can still land it.
Let's go chase him down.
Hang on, it's coming. Broke off. Got sharked. Yeah. Big fish?
No.
Oh. They're all so like close to 18. It's crazy. Like I would measure that thing. That thing is fat.
God, there's too many rods. He's off.
You know, these drifts have been kind of insane. At this point, you saw that I lost 2 giants back to back, then hooked another really good fish, and it was sharked or eaten. But if you don't get the perfect line, you won't get them. And so you don't know what they're holding to, right? You don't know if there's little structure, grass, sand, crabs, whatever that might be. So getting back on those lines is so important. And unfortunately, my unit doesn't track my tracks very well. I don't know what happened. My Seymour mapping chip is amazing and was doing great. I have seaweed. And recently it stopped working. I don't know if I need to update it or something. But anyway, so finding your lines is so important while you drift fish. As you've seen, we've caught a lot. We've had a lot of hits. I do think we're going to get some keepers out of this bunch. I think when you find a school of keepers, they're typically tight-knit and close together. And I do genuinely think, from the bottom of my heart, as honest as I can be, that first fish that I lost, I don't know where in the clip you saw it, the one that was screaming drag was the biggest mutton in my life. I mean, that was insane, bro. Like that was 12 pounds plus for sure. My biggest mutton's 15. I think it beat that. I think it was like a 16, 17 pound freaking gigantic inshore Florida Keys mutton. Like one of the biggest I think would have ever been caught on camera. That thing was so heavy and it was nothing else. There's nothing else it could have been. It had to be a mutton. It wasn't a red grouper, gag grouper. No grouper species is fighting like that, dude. That thing was throwing down. Maybe it could have been a cubera, which would be a cool surprise catch. There's a lot of rocks. I can feel them. There's a lot of structure. I can feel it. So it wouldn't surprise me that there's other species that like to hold to that. But again, for how hard it was running, that's all I think it could be. Unless a massive Jack Crevalle is hanging out at 20 feet deep at the Bahia Honda, but that would surprise me. So that's kind of where my head's at. We're going to get a giant. Oh my God, dude. Oh, there we go. Small, it's a small one there, but that's a mutton, man. Okay, should we drop a pin? It's definitely, we've been marking them. Yep, mutton, mutton, mutton. No, yellowtail. What? 15-inch yellowtail snapper. Look how long that tail is. That is dinner. That is a sandwich. That's why you come to the Keys, dude. Let's go put it in the box. Smoke that NLBN shrimp. Box is looking good. We're in the meat. All right, y'all, so we are still at the Bahia Honda, and I've picked up a much lighter setup, a Quantum Cabo 2500 with like 10-pound braid. I think it's PE 1.5 or PE 1, so it's Japanese braid. I've got my little shrimp, my NLBN shrimp on a 1-ounce jig head, and we're gonna be just dropping this down. This is my Quantum Zeal medium light rod. So this rod is rated for a 1/4 ounce to 1 ounce. So it's a lighter stick than I've been using. It might even be a 1/4 ounce to 3/4. So hopefully I don't get the fish of the trip. We're just gonna try to knock out some volume while the bite dies and the tide changes. So Bruna caught a yellowtail snapper. I don't even know if we got that in the video, but she caught a keeper yellowtail. So now we're kind of like, hey, let's see if there's more of those around, because I would say mutton snapper and yellowtail are the 2 best eating snapper besides cubera, and that's for if people keep cubera. Some people keep them, some people don't. All snapper is pretty similar in taste and texture, but yellowtail tends to be a little bit more unique, and then mutton just tends to have a little bit more fat rendered throughout the meat, so it's like super flaky and good. But the name of the game hasn't changed. I've just changed the tackle, the lure, and the presentation a little bit. Now I'm sticking way closer to the bottom, and I'm just bouncing the tip. Look, just a flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. We gotta stick to the drift. Let's do this. We're gonna get one. I just got hit. We're gonna get one. Oh yeah, we're on the meat again, babe. Look at the unit. Man, there was like 100. That's a big fish. That's a huge fish. That's a giant fish, guys, on the NLBN shrimp. Everybody get ready to catch this fish. I'm trying. It's huge. This is a grouper of some sort, I think. I have like 8-pound braid.
Wow, it's heavy, huh?
So heavy. So heavy. On the 3-inch shrimp. Come on, baby. My line, I have like 8-pound braid, guys. I have such light line. I am so scared. I shouldn't be throwing, I didn't expect to get a fish this heavy. I'm not. You can literally see how thin my braid is, and it's scaring me. This fish, it has to be a grouper species.
Oh, saw a little bit of color. Yeah. Red? What is that?
I snagged a mutton, dude.
Oh my god, look how red it
Is it a keeper?
It's so
It is a keeper. I snagged a keeper mutton. Oh, high five. No way. He definitely ate it. I definitely felt the hit, but we're in the meat, baby. On the shrimp.
It's time to get shrimpy, huh?
The shrimp are so good that even if the fish misses, it still hooks it. All right, guys, so this is a 17-inch mutton snapper on the NLBN shrimp. A beautiful fish, beautiful colors. We're gonna let her go quickly. Just put her in the current here. She's off, dude. Awesome. That was such a crazy hit. Yeah. Not as big as the last one, but just a crazy eat, dude. That was so subtle, guys. The bite is so subtle. I don't think this is a mutton, but I mean, I've been off today. I've been really off, so let's see. Oh, it's throwing down now. It's a freaking mutton, and a good one. I mean, this is another 17-incher at least on the shrimp. What would you guys say? It's gotta be like 17. And look, they're like inhaling the whole shrimp, dude. Check that out. Smoking the whole shrimp, dude. Getting pinned so good. She took the tail with her. It's the first time that's actually happened. Right back down to the depths. Okay. Yep. There's so many biting right now, guys. I was getting hit so much that cast. Mutton, this is a mutton.
Oh!
It's a mutton! Hey, flip it in the body, yeah.
Oh, is that keeper? No.
It's a close, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. I have a big tail. Oh, it is!
No, it has to be 18.
Oh, I thought it was 12.
All right, y'all, so we have actually switched gears from our drift fishing mission to now fish the structure. So we're spot locking the boat. In this case, I do have my trolling motor. If you don't have your trolling motor, you can still drift fish in between these two bridges at the Bahia Honda or wherever you are, or you could just anchor. Ideally, when you're fishing a bridge like this with these bulkheads, the best positioning for the boat is to be able to hit two different columns at the same time. So I can hit this one to my left, this one to my right. I'm gonna be using this little squid Trex. I'm gonna be casting into the shadow line. You always wanna position yourself in front of the current and then try to cast towards the shadow lines because the fish use the shadow lines to ambush. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but there's typically a lot of yellow jacks here and it would be cool to get a few of those to add to the cooler so that we go home with some serious meat.
Oh, a bunch. Right under the boat, right under the boat.
Yeah, they're all just at the faces.
Oh my God.
Just like at the 7 Mile.
Drop it right here. Oh, nice.
This might be a crevalle.
Oh my gosh. If you don't get one right now, something's
This might be a crevalle. Feels stronger than a yellow jack. If it is a yellow, it's a big one. Throw it into that shadow line and sweep it out. But I think I have a jack crevalle. No, it's a giant yellowjack. Are you kidding me, dude? Got him, dude.
Wow.
That's insane. There's so many. You're going in the box, buddy. Sorry. What? Oh yeah, all over.
The bridge was loaded with yellowjack, and if you're wondering how I find the spots, again, I use the Smart Spots app and the contour lines to just find variation in depth.
Fish on, but we got sharks, and the shark actually attacked our trolling motor, so I had to crank this thing in as best I can. It's another yellowjack. They're so thick, dude. They're so thick, dude. On that NLBN 3-inch shrimp again, man. This and the Nomad squid tracks have been the lures, man. We're gonna let this one go. We just got back to the drifting grounds, and dude, I'm getting so many bites, like, and the mutton just nibbled. That's another thing I didn't mention to you guys. Like, it's just like a 1, 2, 3, just such a light nibble. So you really have to pay attention.
Oh, it's coming.
That's a giant. That's a freaking giant. That's a giant. That's a giant. Oh my goodness gracious, dude.
Hands. Maybe it was us reeling our thing in, and then it said, "Oh my gosh, they're leaving! Let me eat this one." You're welcome. We gave you the opportunity.
I'm trying to keep away from the crab trap.
You got it.
Yeah, on the NLBN shrimp. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's coming. It's just coming towards me now. Get the net ready.
I have it.
Oh, she has it.
There's a pile of fish we're going by.
Okay. It's just coming to. Oh, it's a giant.
What is it?
What is it? It's a giant mutton. Oh my god, it's a giant. On this shrimp, baby. Let's go, dude. That is huge, dude. Oh my god. On the little tiny NLBN shrimp, bro. Whew, the mutton man strikes again. I love mutton, dude. Guys, check that out. That's a 21.5-inch mutton snapper on that little shrimp, dude, and it is so chunky. This thing is so fat. It's gonna yield so much fillets. That little 3-inch shrimp yielded this beautiful specimen. I mean, what a day. The box is just getting filled up. I am so grateful, dude, and I pinned it so well. I lost so many, so shout out to NLBN. This is epic, dude. This is one of the better mutton snapper I've caught in a while, and it's just so fat too. It's so heavy. Let's get a weight for you. 7 pounds. 7-pound mutton snapper, dude, in the freaking Keys.